Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Karma. It's 8:01 and since the sun rose at 7:48, the sun's actually up. I'm not in the dark. That's nice. I take this week off, so I actually get to sleep in a little bit. That's why these are coming in a little bit later, but that's okay. We still have coffee with Karma in the morning. And today sometimes you just need to stop actively thinking about what it is that you're working on. You need to take a creativity break. So, in today's episode, I'm going to share with you 5 creative brain breaks. They're breaks for your brain that you can use to kind of like get your creative juices flowing and let your mind think about whatever you're trying to accomplish in the background because you'll be focusing in the foreground on one of these 5 brain breaks. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write a lead attracting book in 90 days or less. So let's get right to it. Exercise number 1, I call mindful doodling. And what you do is you keep this is just a 3 ring binder. You can be a sketch pad or it can just be one of these. Uh, it doesn't matter. You just want some paper and you want a pen or a crayon or a bunch of pens, colored pens, it doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is you're going to just let your mind go and you're going to doodle. You're not trying to create creative blah, I can talk, I really can. You're not trying to create a masterpiece here. What you're trying to do is just let your mind freely express itself on paper in something other than words. Um, I've actually posted some of my doodles. I tend to doodle like people faces that are kind of cartoony or sometimes belly dancers and sometimes owls. I do a lot of owls. I don't know why. But anyway, there you go. Um, let's see. Second idea. Get yourself some story dice. I did find some on Amazon, and I will drop the link in the show notes on Facebook. Um, but basically what they are they're dice with words on them, and you roll the dice, and you take the words that come up, and you create a story with those words. It's kind of fun. I mean, I like playing with words no matter what. I mean, you can if you don't wanna buy story dice, what you can also do is if you happen to have one lying around, you get a dictionary and you just randomly open it up, point to a word, write it down. Randomly open it, point to a word, and do that 5 times so you've got, like, 5 words, then create a story from that. Or you can use the random word generator that I gave you in a previous episode and just randomly generate 5 words and come up with a story. Story dice is kind of fun because, um, not only are you playing with the words, but you also get this physicality, which adds to the fun. It's like, I like rolling dice. It's fun. There you go. Creative brain break number 3. This is called a sensory walk. And what you do is you take a break, you go for a walk, but instead of just walking and talking to yourself or whatever, is you become very mindful of the sensory things around you. Now, if you're outside in nature, this is great. Or if you're in a city, that's great because you can go and there's like lots of stuff. If it's too cold outside, that's fine. You can walk around your house and do the same thing. But what you're doing is you're walking around, okay, what first it's what do I see? Then it's what do I smell? What do I hear? Is there taste? Because sometimes like you go outside right after a rain, not only can you smell the new rain, but you kind of can taste it too. And you're just trying to pay attention to each of your was it 6 senses? And really pay attention to what's coming through that particular sensory channel. And then you can come home and you can write about it or not. It's really just about kind of getting a deeper sense of sensory information because the better you get at identifying the sensory information in your world, the better you're able to describe it when telling stories, which makes your stories richer, both in your book and in your speaking. Idea number 4, this is called a creative swap. And what you do is you pick a small creative task that's completely unrelated to your current project and try your hand at it. So perhaps it's watercoloring. Perhaps it's, ooh, pastels. Get it like a box of pastels and draw with pastel. They're really messy, but they're kind of fun. You could write a short poem if you don't write poetry. You can try your hand at a short story if you've never written fiction. You can try latch hook rugging. Latch hooking rug? I latch hooking? Hmm, you do latch hook, there you go, or needlepoint or, um, painting on velvet. Get one of those kids paint by number sets and do that. Basically, what you're trying to do is try your hand at an expression of creativity that is not related to what you're doing, and that can kind of give your brain you can dance! Turn on the music and dance. And number 5 is called an imagination journey. This one's kind of fun, and I actually created some flashcards for you. I will put a link to that in the notes so that you can download it. It's free, no opt-in, just and what you do is you pick up a place, an imaginary place, a real place, like, I don't know, the market in Marrakesh, ancient Egypt, whatever, and then you imagine yourself in a scene in that place. What are and it's very similar to the sensory walk, only you're doing it completely 100% in your imagination. So, what do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you taste? So, like, if you're th let's go to the market in Marrakesh together. So, I'm hearing the crowds talking, you hear hawkers saying, buy this," and I can hear a woman's voice, haggling over the price of an apple. Why? I don't know. That's what came to me. I can smell the spices and the freshly dyed wool because 'cause I'm walking by a yarn, whatever you call it, I can't think of the word. And, ooh, maybe I'll stop and taste some of that sweets. And so you taste the sweets, and then what do you feel? I can feel the rough ground under my feet. Maybe there's, like, little pebbles on the dirt, and it's uneven. That's what you do. That's what it is in a nutshell. Again, I've got flashcards that you can download, and just I did 16 of them with pretty images. You print them out, and and you can just pick one whenever you wanna do it and imagine yourself there. And there some of them are real places, some of them are imaginary places. It's just something fun to do. I hope you enjoyed those 5 brain breaks: mindful doodling, story dice, sensory walk, creative swap, and imaginary journey. Tomorrow, I will be talking about oh, goodness gracious, what will I be talking about tomorrow? I've got it here. It's nowhere. Oh, here it is, right here on the top. Quirky entrepreneurial superstitions. That's what I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I will see you then. This is Karma saying ciao for now.